Doing a little yapping, Chemda.
You do a lot of yapping. Let's be honest. Let's start in honesty and earnest, the way your dad would have wanted for life. Go dig a hole.
All right, folks, I'm doing a little yapping, Chemda.
You do a lot of yapping. Let's be honest. Let's start in honesty and earnest, the way your dad would have wanted for life. Go dig a hole.
All right, Chemda, sounds good.
It's a new day.
Oh my goodness, today's gonna be fun, folks.
Folks.
Oh jeez. All right, let's play this little ditty. You know my favorite songs by now.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Look at Keith and girl, Keith Malley.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm Chemda.
I can't quit this voice. It's my buddy James's voice, and we were reminiscing, of course, about the My Name is Keith episodes where I'd get drunk, the guest drunk, and we'd be yapping. And my old buddy was so... He drank before he came, drank on the way, drank here, and Andrea and I were thinking about one of the conversations from that show, and I'm talking about his wife at the time and what their relationship was like, and it was caustic. And I would say, oh, how did you two meet? And he goes, fucking who? I go, what? He goes, who meet? I'm like, who do you think we're talking about? You and your wife? You and me? I'm like, what the fuck are you? Fucking kidding me? And now I can't quit this voice. It's so fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
Somebody rings the doorbell. Is he fucking kidding me? Who's at the door?
Yeah, someone's at the fucking door. Hello? Door? Anyway, my birthday's coming up. Come and join me. Let's celebrate. April 13th, 14th, and 15th, Chemda. I'm having party after party after party.
You really are. What's it like to party so hard?
It's a good time. Well, actually, these days are the only days that I do party, meaning for my birthday.
Yeah, you don't do anything other than the stuff that I produce for you.
Yes. Well, especially on the stand-up day, which is April 15th every year. I do it on my birthday. But if I'm dating or friends, they would want to do something for me, and it's hard to tell them no thank you. Like they feel like it's, especially a girlfriend, they feel like it's their job.
Yeah, I would feel maybe uncomfortable, but I know you can get into some deep shit if I'm like, no, you must go to the spa with me this morning,
Right.
and then later do an hour special.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I remember my ex would say, well, let's just at least get breakfast, do something nice. And I'm like, I'm just going to be a weirdo. You can have breakfast. So we have breakfast. I'm a weirdo.
Like, but weirdo, I mean, I know what kind of weirdo you are.
I'm
but
in
how
my
do you
own head.
How do you describe it?
But I'm just in my head. I'm not going to be good conversation.
Yeah.
So the whole day, don't worry about it. We'll do something else another day.
Is that hard to explain always?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is hard to explain. Why can't I just sit there? I should eat breakfast, right?
Would you eat breakfast on your birthday? Because I know you have like shits all day or right before the show.
I have to. I've gotten better at timing my food just right, so nobody else can be in charge of my food schedule.
It's a lot of pressure to be on stage for an hour by yourself.
Honestly, I don't want to have sex that day before my stand-up because what if it happens to be for whatever reason, somebody gets a cramp, there's not some kind of connection. If it's less than perfect, that would bother me.
I get that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
What if you like have a glorious, wonderful sex injury?
Right.
And then any other day you could enjoy it. But now you're like limping on stage and
Yeah.
it's not funny yet.
Right. Or I'm in my head and I'm only 9 hard.
Yeah.
I don't even want to risk it. Now I'm taking
Don't have sex because it'll offend your ego before your show.
Well, I don't want to worry what you're and I know I'm making all this up, but I don't want to worry about what my partner's thinking. Why bother?
Yeah, it's rough.
And I'm taking it for granted. I can have sex the day before, the day after.
Look at you, options.
Well,
Excuse me,
I'm
you
saying-
can have sex any day of the week. Oh, do you schedule that or you just know you can?
I'm sorry. I'm done.
Keith, you were single for like one birthday last year for 5 minutes. A month later, you and Kyle connected.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you. I've seen mirrors. I get it.
You've seen them with like cloth over them?
How dare you? How dare you?
Well, so what's it like now? Okay, you're dating a comic
right.
for the first time.
Yeah, and she'll
This
be...
is really weird. I don't know how you've avoiding dating a comic. We've been in the comedian world.
Mm-hmm.
You've never dated a comic, right?
Never.
Damn. So I used to be the funniest person you dated.
Well, this is the first time, of course, that, with that said, that somebody I'm dating is opening up the stand-up show.
Okay, that would make me very nervous because for me, it's like a one at a time thing. Like I either support you or like do the, not nervous for you, but like I'm on your side thing and like, oh, we'll get him and whatever. Or it's me going on stage and you have to do it for me. But this is like.
Oh, yeah, I can't hype her up.
You also can't, are you paying attention to her backstage?
Not
like
really.
she's doing a regular set, not for nothing, like
Right.
she's doing like every comic on the lineup, they used to like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever it is. So she's doing a regular set that she's not taping. I mean, we're taping it for her, but whatever. So she's like relaxing. I've seen her have her kid backstage, just hanging out, doing skits. So she's going to try to do a skit with you, you think?
We can't be, no, there's going to be
You're
no
gonna be in
skits.
separate backstages?
Yeah. I can't really talk to you. Yes.
I've been there backstage with Keith in his head. Like he's obviously running stand up in there.
Right.
And And it's weird because you do like people saying hello backstage before the show sometimes so that you're not running and running and running. But sometimes I'm just like, why am I talking to him?
Yeah, I don't.
Bye.
There's things comedians do. They think they can go into any green room at any comedy club at any time, whether they're performing or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Not mine.
What you guys doing?
Yeah.
Nothing, just shitting a brick.
Don't worry what I'm doing.
I used to, when I was on tour with Conjure One, singing, not stand-up. So to me, it's like a little bit easier, but whatever. I would pee and poop right before the show, like 10 minutes right before. And I'm nervous because now I have this other scheduled thing. You got to poop. What if you're wiping now for 10 minutes and then they're calling you on stage? And it's just a regular thing. I just get, and I know the music. I hit all the notes. I got it down. But right before stage, it's like the most unnerving stomach situation.
I remember Christian Finnegan one year announcing me as I was wiping. I'm like, add a couple words in that. But I'm going to look fly. My girlfriend got me birthday clothes.
Like forever, there was a woman in your life getting you clothes for your birthday, so you can always have new clothes.
I used to.
When was the last time you bought a shirt for yourself?
Why though? Then what do they do? It's like I'm taking it away from the girls. You know,
when you phrase it like that, it's so much better.
Well, are they trying to
the gals just want to get together?
Well, I don't know if they're trying to undo what the last president did, or. You know, all my clothes are new by now, so they're just trying to change my style from the last girlfriend. Who knows?
No one's happy with the last one.
I don't know. What
do you think of getting clothes for your birthday?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, when you're a kid, it's stupid because you're going to get the clothes anyway. It's the law. Just don't put a bow on it, Ma. They're socks. Just put them in my drawer. And I guess thank you.
Do you also get food on your birthday?
Yeah, I get food too. You couldn't have dessert today. I would have had it anyway.
You know how you put bags on in your shoes so that you don't get snow in them because you can't buy boots? So did you get the Ziploc ones on those days?
Oh, you got the good Ziplocs. I mean, you still had to return them home for your lunch tomorrow.
By the way, I'm reading Bonnie McFarlane's book. What a shitty fucking childhood.
Yeah.
She should be a murderer.
Right.
Like, no joke. She should have killed 11 people by now.
It was fun when she was on and we're comparing our growing up poor stories.
Yeah, and it is giving me flashbacks to when she was on the show last because I remember you guys talking about who's poorer. We found a poorer, more in the middle of nowhere country bumpkin than you.
Would you... What do you think when somebody asks you, what do you want for your birthday? Do you know how to answer them? Because I
hate that question.
I hate it.
I hate it.
It's like, no, you're supposed to be clever, and all year long you figure it out.
Yeah. And if you don't, then you get me something else or you ask my friend. But, like, what do you want? What do I want for your birthday? I don't know. This isn't like a sex move. Like, what do you want me to do while I'm down there? You know what I mean? I can help you out with that. But what do I want for my birthday?
And then I get it, and I go, ooh, you know me.
Yeah, like we don't need anything as adults, right?
You're the ultimate listener because I told you last Wednesday. And here it is. What I said. A painting set. Ooh, a painting set.
My mom has done that. And with my mom, it's like, I get it. You know,
Right.
What are you going to think about? You haven't thought about me for real since I was 5. You still expect that child to be there.
Right.
So I am telling you the truth when she's harassing me. This is back when we were talking. Harassing me, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, Mom, you know, just nothing. I'm an adult. Like, everything's fine. Asking me over and over again. I go, you know what? Fine. I like this one place online or something, or Amazon. I don't know. I could send you a link.
I like Amazon.
I don't remember what it was, but I remember she could easily I could send her a link, or
Right.
my brothers can when she thinks she's being cute. And, you know, like, oh, I'll get it for you. I'll just ask your brothers how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such effort. Wow. So I shouldn't link you. My brothers will? Cool. And I know that they're going to buy it for her and everything. But I told her, okay, find this thing. She goes, oh, she audibly sighed. Okay. This is over the phone.
Right.
She audibly sighed and then went, no, like something easy, either from this store or this store. The 2 stores down her block in Israel. I'm like, all right, cool. Happy birthday.
Like, is it a game? Like, you're not really supposed to have an answer. You're just supposed to say, thank you for caring so much. And then they get whatever they get.
To be honest, questions like that make me feel like you're lazy and you want the credit for having thought of even like getting a present,
Right.
and then getting the present, but really I'm doing all the thinking. Now I have to
Right.
produce this present, and you're what, paying? Just give me the money.
Right.
What's your budget?
What are you thinking of spending?
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking me this awkward question and I can't go just put it in an Amazon gift card, then what are you asking me? I want it all in ice cream.
And as you know from...
I've always wanted to bathe in ice cream. Fill my tub.
Chemda and I...
Oatmeal raisin cookies like a fucking murderous maniac, but you bake them.
Chemda and I have talked about the yearly dinner we go to celebrate Keith and the girl, and it's to a steakhouse that we normally wouldn't never go to.
That's like me going every year. Should I still take you out to that steakhouse? You don't really want to go, do you? But I'm totally into it.
Right.
There's something about the phrasing of shit. You know?
Well, my girlfriend said, after the stand-up, we can go to a nice restaurant. I'm like, no, thanks. But then you don't know what else to do, maybe. So I'm like, no, I don't want you to.
Why? What's that one?
It's just... It's so much. It's so much
another
money.
Production.
It's money. It's a production, and we can do something cheaper and have more fun. I'd rather cook with you, but I feel like I'm being.
Oh.
Even if I'm making it up in my head, I feel like I'm being the downer. Like, no, she's offering you something nice, and you're gonna go, no.
Yeah, but the whole nice thing, like the person who gets it is deciding what's nice, because otherwise it's a generic nice. On your birthday, I'm supposed to spend too much money.
Right.
No, on your birthday, you're supposed to spend too much time sucking my dick. I don't know, right?
I'm not saying it, but I hear what you're saying. So she's listening like, so I do suck your dick or I don't suck your dick on your birthday? I don't understand.
Why are you backstage, bitch? I'm sorry. Everyone looked up and I totally get it. And I apologize.
You're having a time.
I just
2 more months to go, right? This is the longest 2 months. For 2 years, I've been saying 2 more months to go in this celibacy stupidity. Anyway, for my birthday, you fuck. Okay, that's what I want. You find something and you fuck it. I don't care if it's a table leg. You find something out there. That's what I want.
Aw, that's so nice.
Yeah.
It's like, people post on Facebook, like, if you're going to give me a present, donate to this thing.
Yes.
That's you right now.
Right. Lock yourself in your house and start fucking everything in it. Because you are having a time.
I'm doing all right now.
Yeah, okay. We'll get to that. The April 13th, by the way, is the launch party. I'm having it at my place, so it's like my birthday party. We're going to do grilling. We're going to bring the cornhole, right?
Oh, I love cornhole.
There'll be weed.
That's such a weird thing to say.
But
Anyway.
you're horny.
Oh, my God.
You heard what you heard. Cornhole. My goodness, Chemda. Wally, who we say does his yearly Burger Mania. He knows all about burgers, right? He's going to be making some burgers for us. He was our tour driver, of course.
And by us, we mean everybody there.
That's right.
Just me and Keith.
You can have a bite. And then the 14th, of course, we're doing silent trailers, and you can't say that. And then the 15th is my stand-up. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Very excited. In fact, here's the news. My stand-up is written.
What?
That's right.
Only like 10 days before.
That's
What?
right. Very excited. The title, tentative title. By tentative, I mean most definitely. I'm dating your mom.
That is so nerve-wracking to me. You just timestamp everything.
So
Next year's like, we're going to get divorced.
your mom is free.
It's what you've always wanted.com.
So we're trying to turn this around fast. So if you have art ideas, not necessarily that you have to draw, if you have an idea for what the art would be, because in the MP3 I still put the art, you still can download it. Write a note in the forums.
Yeah, for the cover, I think we have a lot of artistic people. And we're going to try to release your stand-up on May 23rd, which is the end of my celibacy date, because I can't have one date by myself. So May 23rd, album release.
All right.
Getting ahead of myself this year.
Well, here's what I'm saying about Chemda. She's going through a time. And speaking of your brother, the morning of April Fool's Day, Michael writes, I'm in Florida now. I can't fix the subscription service that has a suspension on it until I get back. Now
this is a group text.
You're thinking this listener, I don't really follow that. We didn't either. He's saying this as though it's matter of fact.
It's out of nowhere. So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, we are.
This is our VIP program subscription service, most likely.
Yeah, so it's the people that recur the payments.
Right.
So that we've been suspended. Now, we just had an issue with them 2 months ago.
It's a problem on their end.
Yeah. So problem on their end 2 months ago gave a lot of you a free month or two of VIP because they fucked up.
Right.
So now we worked it out with them, but it's still on my mind. Now it's messing up again. I don't know what this is about. I'm panicking. I write.
Chemda says, is there anything we can do? And Michael writes back, just handle customer service.
So now I'm thinking, not only are we not getting payments, but they're not getting the service, which is even worse.
Handle anyone who complains about not having VIP for the next month. Handle it. Handle it.
I'm drowning. So now already after that, I'm like, okay, what email did I miss? I start looking for the email. I start making up how we could make up for the money that we're going to lose, or literally we will end.
Right.
Like it will just die. So the whole show, everything, maybe a fundraiser, maybe we finally move to Patreon, but we can't move all these people to the other side and still make it. Like that's not a thing. And then also I'm thinking my brother's a genius, but he's not the only one who could probably fix the problem. Let me line up some people who can help me out with that. First, let me figure out the problem. I got to figure out obviously some sort of, what does he do? Like some technical stuff that I'm not.
Something on the back end.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'll get someone else. I'll ask questions if I want. So I'm just like running in my head.
Well, you're very calm. You text back, will do. All of that gets summed up with will do.
Well, because if he's making it very clear he's not working for the next couple of days, he's very generous with his time and his brain. And so is Maricela. I'm not going to interrupt their Disney vacation when they said no.
I'm not even sure what suspension you're talking about, but I assume it's in my inbox.
That's when I realized, okay, I'm starting to look at it. I can't find anything. I don't know what to do. And I need to ask him for like one more thing of help, even though he said, I'm not dealing with this.
Now I'm slowly waking up and seeing these texts.
This is 9 a.m?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Michael wrote, yeah, you should see the email. I got it yesterday. They said service was suspended starting April 1st. And right there, it clicked with me.
It didn't with me, but then I got your text.
I wrote in the group chat, it's April Fool's.
And then I don't know whether to calm down or not. So we start getting more texts, but I'm already starting to dial Keith.
Chemda wrote, great. Like, I think sarcastic. And then Michael wrote, before he saw my April Fool's, starting April 1st, which is today, April 1st. And Chemda said, oh my God. Okay, bye. And then Chemda calls me, crying, devastated.
Well, the call was, I still wasn't certain. This isn't very funny, and I need to because part of me when I first got that text was like, oh, I'll get to that when I reach the studio, and then a second later, I was like, no, I have to start working now. It started changing my whole day in my head. Right. Started changing my whole week. I'm like, oh my God, my surgery. I still need the production for that. I still need to reset the shows before I go. It's a week after the April show. So I have the April shows, my surgery, the shows that have to happen while I'm in surgery. Now this. So I have to change. I already changed my week in my head. Then my brother was like, you said April Fool's. I was like, oh my God, please let it be April Fool's. So I call you up to make sure it's an April Fool's thing. As it's ringing, I go, oh my God, it must be. It dawns on me when you pick up and I burst into tears.
So
You're telling me my company is going down.
To me, it was no question that it's April Fool's because, I don't know, because I couldn't picture Mike going, I can't get to something so drastic. That would have been a phone call most likely. And you didn't know what this email was. So none of this is making sense. I'm like, and this is what Michael does all the time.
There was one year, like 10 years ago, where he quit.
Right.
He's like, I can't work with you guys anymore, blah, blah, blah. I wrote a heartfelt... He wrote this long email. I wrote a heartfelt message back, like, thank you for the time that you did have with us, like, all this shit. Obviously we'll miss you, but, wish you the best, and, like, I love you, all this shit. And he's like, April Fool's. Am I a fool for loving anybody? Is that what April Fool's means? The fact that I trust you and respect your time and effort.
Chemda's name should be April. So
I'm too easy. It's not cool. I'm too easy. I will tell you I'm too easy. If you want a reaction from me, I'm going to give it to you. You poke the right thing.
Right.
I'll just react to you. Just call me and say, love me. I will love you for how long do you need? 10 minutes?
Right.
Fuck.
But it makes you,
I fucking cried for a half hour.
No one can be in a serious place on April Fool's Day, right? You can't. I'm in the hospital. No, you're not. Click.
Yeah, you know what? I really thought after that because I was I called my sponsor. We're not fucking around here.
Wow.
Yeah, called my sponsor. I texted a couple people. I was about to text more people, but then I finally got into a conversation where I can, release some of this energy. And I'm just like, you just of course I'm calm. Of course I'm like, yeah, we'll do. But I'm already like, the machine is running.
Right. And now 10% of me is wondering, all right, now am I being tricked? Did Chemda and Michael work together, the slow con, and then she'll call me crying, Alpha Ben, she'll go April Fools.
Oof.
I didn't know. But then I'm like,
10% of you thinks I can do that? I'm kind of flattered.
But I knew not to bring it up. I'm like, well, what if? I know, and they didn't really get me, but... But 90% believed it was real, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to say nothing. Sounds like...
Tell me if this was me on the phone, because when I'm in this state, I'm just like, I don't know, I can't... Right. And I forget what I do. I call you up, I'm just like, I don't know, what does he think he's doing? I'm okay. Okay, it's okay. I'll see you at work. I'm fine. Okay. But it's just, you can't just call someone and do that. He knows that this will hurt. Okay. Obviously, I'm okay. Obviously, it's fine. Nothing happened. April Fool's. I hate this fucking holiday. Is that what I sounded like?
That is it. Yeah.
Well, I guess I can fake it, so I understand.
So no, those are real tears. You were reaching a place.
I was.
So then I hang up, and I just heard
It's so me, and oh my God. Okay, go ahead.
Well, Michael doesn't know that you were just crying.
No, because I did think of calling him crying, but I'm like, you know what? They are on Disney Vacation. I know that he didn't intend to hurt my feelings. I'm sure I'll cry in front of him when I'm going later this week to their place.
How exciting.
Well, I'm sure reliving it, I'll just start crying. And I know that if I tell him to stop, he'll stop.
Right.
But, ugh.
Well, he sent you, he loves his gifts.
Ugh.
One says you've been fooled with lights behind it.
Just gif after gif.
Kids laughing, Bernie Sanders laughing, old people, young people, all different creeds and colors, just laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Until she couldn't help it, and she wrote back, so not funny. You genuinely scared me. I'm not into this holiday, and I need this to be the last time you do that. And he wrote back, sure. Mm-hmm. Because you can't get anything solved on April Fools.
Right. And before he said sure, I typed the next thing out. I'm
not kidding, and I'm going to tell you again tomorrow so that you take me seriously.
I wasn't kidding, and I will tell him again tomorrow.
And he says, but technically, this is still April 1st, so does saying yes today count? He said, you read my mind. You're good at this after all. So he doesn't know if you're joking or not at the time. And then you said how you told me that the account was suspended. It's a lot of my financial life. Stop it. And he wrote, okay.
And then he did stop it. He was about to, we have a group text going called the Khalili Kids. Okay. And it's like my brothers and their wives and me. And he texted me separately, hey, this isn't what I really mean. And then texted the group the prank.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, so the group prank gets, guys, I decided I'm done with PC. I'm moving to Mac on everything. I'm moving to Apple products. And I was like, and I got a text going like, I'm really not.
Like, who cares?
Well, phew.
What do I care?
Are you a Mac guy now? Shit. Looks like the creativity got to your brain. Oh boy, is it lightweight and just easy on the go? Thanks, buddy. You just told me my whole fucking business is going down, but you're a Mac guy now.
Right, he's a genius. Who cares if he switched to Abacus?
Yeah, geniuses maybe stick to genius shit, and I'll fucking make the ha-has over here. What in the goddamn fuck? Never. Now, he's got enough credit in our lifetime. I'm 43. He's like 40 or something. So he's got enough where I'm like, okay, I still love you. You're still cool. But if we're new, or if I told you enough times and you're like halfway out my door anyway, go fuck yourself if you do this to me. I cannot stand this holiday. And I'm calling it a holiday too because you motherfuckers treat it like every other fucking holiday. You don't want to go back home. You don't want to participate. You don't want to eat the food. You don't like this fucking cake, but you'll still eat it. You'll choke it down. You'll drink enough boosted to make it happen. Oh, April Fool's Day is here. I hate people who April Fools, but here's one for you. Good job, everybody. Participate like an asshole.
Well, so we still have our VIP.
Question everything, you motherfuckers.
That's where that came from.
I have to participate in an April Fool. Wait, is it April Fool? I don't have to check the fucking date when I talk to you in order to understand that I shouldn't believe you. Once a year, you're a fucking asshole. No times a year, you're a fucking asshole. Okay. I love my family.
Well, the
I have
VIP
2 members of them. Anyway, actually 4. I love their wives. I guess they have kids. It's a nice world.
and she's back.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That doesn't matter. Christian Finnegan's birthday is on April Fool's Day.
Ugh, what a nightmare.
What's the toughest?
The toughest is when he was born, and like, which parent is going to do the April Fools? He was born retarded. I'm not allowed to say that. Jesus Christ.
What can you say nowadays?
Well, what do you joke about when your child is born on April Fools?
Right, that it's dead.
What is the... right?
But don't say the R word.
Right.
Yeah, Christian's birthday. We were talking about him the other day when we did speaking of VIP, we did the commentary for one of my albums, God Made Me Volume 2. Chemda and I were there and we went over some things. I'm thinking about the track specifically from that album, Mouth Breathers and Grammar Nazis. Mm-hmm. And, you'll hear Chemda chime in during this little clip.
Yeah, so usually the stand-up doesn't go this way. Although I do think one year you should do your stand-up and I should interrupt. I guess that's called the Keith and the Girl Show.
Well, let's hear how it would go. Okay?
Yeah.
I took the time to learn the language. The number one way we communicate with each other. I learned how to use a semicolon, and now I can be compared to Adolf Hitler.
You know what the best is? Your accent talking about grammar.
Mm-hmm.
I learned the language.
Mm-hmm. It's a little reference, little shout out to cavemen.
I know where the semicolon is.
Mm-hmm. So if I can do it, Christian Finnegan was just picking on the way I talk, saying it's the dumbest voice he ever heard on Keith and the Girl. That's even more praise Keith and the Girl is working out. I was born with a deficiency, a mouth disease. And ta-da, here we are. I know. Did you notice that, Christian? You can even move your mouth to form words correctly. Right. Look around. Got flags on the wall. I got the Stanley Cup with our T-shirt on it. I got, we're going on album number 16. Huh? And I can't even talk. I can't even talk. And I'm looking at all these videos we made. We go on tours.
To talk.
I can't talk.
With that fucking mouth.
Listen to this. I can't talk, and I'm in the Hall of Fame for talking. Take that in, Christian, you piece of shit.
If I'm talking to you, and I go,
And
hey,
I
you know what I
can't.
learned about water? Water, the chemical compound is HO2. And you looked at me and you said, no, okay. It's H2O.
Oh, shit.
But I go, whoa, we got ourselves a chemistry Nazi over here. It's just water. I'll drink it when I want to fucking drink it. I'm sorry I even brought it up.
And they're going, what's grammar matter? People get the gist. Okay, then I get the gist with water. Well, happy birthday to Christian Finnegan.
I am so upset that I said H2O in that clip.
Yeah.
I regretted it for the rest of the episode. I'm so upset about that. Actually, he's in the middle of an actually bit, you fucking moron. Actually. Yes, that's my point, Chemda.
Now, when I was in school, elementary school, I had to go to therapy class, speech therapy.
Oh, it didn't work. Sorry.
You know what? Shout out to Michael Khalili today. Thank you, Michael.
Can you say that clearly? Because he can't get it.
You deserve every tear you cry. You can spell tear however you want.
You could say it however you want, apparently.
I'm your only friend. Look at yourself. Now, I had to go in for my S's and SH's. I would say, I'd probably should I shit over here? Everybody's laughing. And then it's graduation day. I can do S's and SH's. And then they caught I couldn't say the R's. And I'm like, well, I'm really happy to graduate. They're like, sit the fuck down.
Oh, wait, how old are you?
I don't know ages.
Like junior high, high
13,
school?
14.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But I didn't mind it because the teacher was very nice. Whenever it's so niche and there's only a total of 3 of us in the class in a closet, no exaggeration, that they transformed to a classroom, the teacher's always nice.
Huh.
Yeah, so I didn't mind getting out of regular school for that. Now, I don't know multiplication, But I
But you do know grammar.
I know half the language.
Yeah, they didn't take you out of English class.
No.
How do you learn how to say S and H? Like they teach you where to put your tongue or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember it.
Shouldn't they have shown you how to like blow a bubble gum at that point?
I didn't know anything with the mouth.
Can you whistle?
Kind of.
Okay. Oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right.
It was on the Titanic they played it. those of you that heard that last show. The stand-up, by the way, is in the Keith and the Girls store and wherever you get your albums. You can get it there, too. Coming of Age, children's party songs, Happy to Serve You, Point Counterpoint, Sue Everybody, Culture Shock, Stay Inside, State of the Union, Can You Imagine, Good Clean Fun, God Made Me, Volume 1 and 2.
We get it, Keith.
A Future to Believe in, Awake, Drip Drip.
Whoa. And
coming up will be I'm Dating Your Girlfriend, Your Mom.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I haven't seen the artwork yet. We'll see what it's going to be. Hey, speaking of accents, you've been getting calls from your buddy Kevin Doucet.
No, thanks.
And there's about 60 of them.
Should we do that next episode then?
So I'll play one.
Okay.
This is from one day I see.
No, this is as you're queuing that up.
It's cute. It's on speed dial. What do you mean as I'm queuing it up? I appreciate it, but no, Kevin's ready at the touch of a dime.
So this guy, how would you say he feels about
He loves you.
He's in love with me.
He's
he
telling
loves
you
me.
when your celibacy is over, if you're willing to. He's willing to wait, but he can attack you right now. He's going to show you what it's like to find love again. And he
usually helps me find love at 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, he's drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Which keeps him from getting hard, but that's why you shouldn't be nervous. And he can do everything a woman can do.
And since I'm looking for only lesbian sex.
Apparently.
Yes, he decided all this.
So he called 10 times in a row. One time I went.
You got to reach your baby. You got to reach your baby.
Well, I picked it. It pops up on my phone, too, when you call on Skype.
Oh, that's fun.
And so I see it. I'm like, you know what? Let me just answer it. This is usually the Keith and the Girl voicemail. I'll see what happens. I pick it up. I go, hello. He goes, hello, Keith. And I go, nope, click. And now we have a voice message. But he was so drunk, he's probably like, I thought they picked up that time.
By the way, 646-502-8682 is now the May 23rd line. Lines are open.
Hello, Linda. It's Kevin Doucet. I was just calling to check in with you and say I was thinking about your entry into sexual
Into what?
Being sexual active again. Yeah. And
he agreed with
thinking,
himself.
Yeah, I said that before. You might want to ease into it instead of just jumping in feet first.
Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's so kind. You
Just
might
ease
want
into
to
it.
ease into it instead of jumping feet first.
He'll show you what it's like.
Yeah. So I'd rather. So I need to like go slow.
Go slow, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's what you're overwhelmed by. Because you keep making up all these different rules. So you must be scared, right?
And I was thinking, yeah, I said that before. You might want to ease into it instead of just...
By the way, this is the 11th call in the same day. You don't think he practiced? That he was ready?
Jumping in feet first. And I might be a good option. I'd be willing to help you ease into it so it wouldn't be such a shock. Help you kind of ease into it. Yeah, I said that before, too. Okay.
I love how he says he's willing.
Mm-hmm.
That language. Oh my God.
Thinking of you in your vagina.
What?
Think of you in your vagina.
Oh, XOXO, buddy.
Talk to you later. Bye.
What was that? Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, yeah.
You're thinking of me in my vagina. What a Valentine's call from heaven. Hey, buddy, just thinking about you and your dick.
Hey.
That I've never seen.
Chemda? Hi. It's me, the subtle pussy whisperer. Just call and say about pussy whisper. Nope, I already said that. So, get in your vagina, etc.
Hey, Kevin, draw me a diagram. I don't really fully get it yet.
Of either a vagina or a penis.
Yeah. Whatever you think will get me hot. You know me so well.
I'm reading about the death of a rapper, Nipsey Hussle. And that's funny to me because it must be. a play on Nipsey Hussle, an older comedian, passed away in 2005. Nipsey Hussle was a black comedian that would always be on those Dean Martin celebrity roasts so they can tell racist black jokes.
Oh, nice.
When it used to be, real caustic. Well, anyway, Nipsey Hussle is a rapper. He was shot, and people are saying that he was murdered because he was helping support a doctor who, through natural ingredients, natural ways, could help cure HIV and AIDS.
Isn't that crazy? He got murdered.
That's what they're saying.
And it feels like he saw it coming.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is, by the way, this is a little of Nipsey Hussle from Hustle and Motivate.
I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. 'Cause I took control of things.
According to police reports, the rapper, whose birth name is Ermalis Davidson, he has a lot of names. I guess I'd change it. Ermias Davidson Askadem. Yeah, you got to change it, right?
You're talking to Chemda. No, I wouldn't.
Okay. You don't even have a middle name. You know your first name's so fucked up. See, this guy kept doing names. That's a problem. He was fatally wounded when gunmen opened fire on several human targets outside a clothing store in Los Angeles.
It's weird when they say fatally wounded because murder is such a big word.
Right. Many believe that the American government had something to do with his death. He was 33. He was working on a documentary that followed the life and times of Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I, a Honduran doctor who died in 2016. Dr. Sebi was a pioneer in the herbal medication and found many uses for healing the human body using plant-based products. He rose to fame after claiming that he could cure HIV and AIDS without the assistance of conventional medication. What do we think so far?
It makes me really nervous. It makes me, I don't want to just, it sounds like, what do you call those fake truths? Like
a conspiracy.
Yeah, it sounds like a conspiracy, but it also sounds like you murdered because of this.
Thousands of Dr. Sebi's followers believed that the traditional healer was killed after threatening the profits of pharmaceutical companies with his discovery. And now, over 3 years later, a lot of those same followers believe that Nipsey was killed for the same reasons. How was he killed? Footage of the late rapper talking about his documentary has now emerged on social media, and it didn't take long for the conspiracy theory to gain legs. At the time of writing, the topics Dr. Sebi and Nipsey Hussle are trending in unison, as followers are growing more and more confident that the rapper was killed for the information that was about to be revealed in this documentary.
Which, unfortunately, ironically, it's bringing more attention to this because I've never heard of this guy before, but he had millions of followers. A lot of people knew him, and he was making big, huge everything. Like, he was an incredible human who had a lot of experiences. I didn't hear about him, but now I did. So now he reached beyond his even huge popularity before he died.
Nipsey was not only a famous rapper, he was seen as a leader in his community, and in the wake of his death, his contributions to the less fortunate have been widely hailed. It is for these reasons that many people are struggling to believe that his murder could have been orchestrated by the same communities he spent his life uplifting. Dr. Sebi died in Honduras over the weekend back in 2016 after having complications while battling pneumonia in police custody. He was 82 years old.
And why was that guy in police custody, Like, why is a scientist in police custody?
Nipsey, and here's a quote of Nipsey some time ago, "If they kill me for this documentary, y'all better ride for me." Now, I don't mind riding for you, but truth to tell, what am I supposed to do?
Ride or die.
Right? Go like, oh, the government. Like, what do you want me to do?
I think we are doing it. I think it's trending for a reason. I think this is, like I said, now it's even bigger. And I think that's what he wanted. But how shitty is that? It's so easy to lead to that theory that he got murdered because of that. But also, there are conspiracy theories. But, at least we have the opportunity to look into it.
Well, I'll watch the Netflix movie. I don't know what all I can do.
Yeah.
But
stuff like that starts things, keeps the ball rolling.
DJ First Class. He's a check mark by his name, so you can take this in. Nipsey Hussle is working on a documentary that will narrate Dr. Sebi's trial in 1985. Dr. Sebi claimed in a New York newspaper that he could cure AIDS and was allegedly executed by way of the U.S. medical corporations because his AIDS remedy would take away from their own profits. This person, Wink, says this isn't a coincidence. Left Eye from TLC died in a car accident after trying to bring Dr. Sebi's name to light, and now Nipsey randomly gets shot 6 times in his own hood at his own store. Stay fucking woke.
how to feel about. How do you feel about it?
Just like I said, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? Hopefully, this documentary was almost done, and somebody else can sneak it out, and there's copies of it.
Do you believe the government would kill people who got in the way of something like pharmaceuticals?
Yeah.
The government has shown that they would do weird shit like that. It doesn't seem like they would straight murder like that, but they would. I mean, they've locked thousands of people up, admittingly, just because they hate them.
Even just what we know, let's say murder, your brain can't go there. But you know how the government is in bed with pharmaceuticals, right? I think people on both sides of the aisle agree. When that evilness is possible,
Yeah.
why wouldn't murder be possible?
That's the thing. I think to me, murder is possible, but it's not where they go because they can destroy lives in other ways that are not like,
Right.
shootouts that draw a lot of attention. They could just lock up people just because they have some weed on them or some stupid crime or not even a crime. They could do all that kind of stuff. So why bother,
Yeah.
bringing this more to attention? That's why I think the government wouldn't murder. They absolutely would murder, but they have other ways of murdering that they've been doing.
What if the government burned down TLC's boyfriend's house? And then
they didn't want to chase waterfalls.
Well, I was looking at all this. I was trying to do a lot of more research on this, but then I'm on social media, of course, and I'm learning that Gwyneth Paltrow is fighting with her daughter Apple over putting pictures up. And I'm like, now I'm stuck on this one. So I only know so much to tell you. But Gwyneth Paltrow was putting pictures of her 14-year-old daughter without her permission. And they have to have a beef on social media. The daughter goes, Mom, we talked about this. I have to agree on the pictures.
Then she's right.
You can't just put them up.
Best way to do it is on social media.
And then Gwyneth writes back on social media, you can't even see your face.
What?
Yeah, she's in a ski mask.
That's a mother's answer to her 14-year-old daughter?
Now you're having maybe not a fight.
You're encouraging dumb shit.
Right, you're encouraging dumb shit.
That's it.
You're trying to show your audience that you're smarter than a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do. Like, guys, here's why it's cool. Honey, it's like, how you walk down the street and you overhear a parent correcting their kid, but they're really doing it for your benefit to show that they're a good parent. That's what she's doing. You can't see your face, right, guys?
Sweetheart, why are you even bothered? Why are you crying?
Isn't this silly? I always feel weird about pictures like that. Even when I'm dating somebody and they want to take a picture as a couple and put it up,
Why?
I always can't think, why? I'm thinking, why?
Unfortunately, I think that's 40 and up thinking.
Okay.
Because, what do you mean, why?
What is it? Why?
It's
why?
Cute. It's like why do you show pictures at all?
I don't. So who are you talking to? But why? Okay, if I showed you a picture, hey, this is my girlfriend. We went to Cancun. Look how cute we look together. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, world, here's a picture of us. It's odd to me.
Same thing, just more of a response and on your own time. It's the same feeling. It's like, hey, look at us. We did this.
I guess.
Yeah.
But then when does it end? Like, is 5 enough?
Oh, you think there's an ending?
No, there's not.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't worry, baby. They're jealous.
I don't know. It's not cute. Like, this is what we looked like. We have access to phones.
Maybe because I need the right angles in my pictures. If I was more model-esque, then there wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, well, that's a whole different story. That's just self-consciousness.
Okay.
No, that's fair. Then
More, by the way, more you people on social media can be self-conscious. It's vomitous out there. Keith, it's your ego. No, you guys get one. Okay? Some of you should be fucking ashamed.
Well, I'm posting, so follow me, not Keith.
So this doctor was arrested for money laundering in March of 2016 while attempting to transfer from a commercial flight from the U.S. to a private plane at the Juan Manuel Galvez airport while carrying $37,000 in cash. So he had $37,000 in cash, it sounds like. And so that, he did. And that sounds like he's money laundering. So it sounds like...
for $37,000?
Yeah. Okay. You're now a money launderer. You probably had to bring cash to buy some weird plant in another country.
How did you get caught? Just with cash? That's how... I don't know. That's dumb. That's no plan.
He's buying one of those snacks on the airplane. He pulls out a wad of cash. How much? Do you make change?
They only take half the suitcase, and now he's suspect.
Right. All right, everybody. That's all I can tell you today.
Don't be an April Fool. come to our April shows.
Come to the birthday parties, keithandthegirl.com/birthday. You'll see all the information right there. I'm talking April 13th. My house party!
I'm going to not ask you what you want and just assume you want weed. So
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. April 14th, of course, is You Can't Say That and Silent Trailers. Then April 15th is my stand-up. All right?
Follow us on all the things. I'll post the pictures when Keith's not looking.